We say we want growth, but sometimes we want it too fast. And when we push in one area of our life, then it spills over to how work feels, not dramatically, but just heavier. My sister reminded me of this week. She decided that she wanted to build muscle again. So she started 4 exercises, 3 reps of 20 each, and she used weights. What happened? The day thereafter, her arms were heavy, so much so that she couldn't move it. What started out as wanting to do something for herself backfired because it was too much too quickly. She wanted to continue doing from where she left off, not taking into consideration the time lapse. This spilled over into her work because there she was with lots of pain, couldn't move, and the work was piling up. She had reports to review, but her capacity was overloaded due to the strain and the stress that she put on her body. I've been working in high pressure organizations, in corporates for the last 20 years, and I've seen time and again how professionals place that pressure on themselves. We don't just do this in gym or when we're exercising. We do it in our career lives as well. Committing to too much earlier in the year, trying to prove something, saying yes before analyzing if our energy and our capacity can take on that extra workload, and wanting to start at last year's peak performance without considering you had a break and it's the new year. The real thing is we try to compare ourselves to a previous version of ourselves and we expect to take off from that point and we expect to operate at that level. Now, that is not performance, it's actually putting strain on yourself. And what does that lead to? Discontent with work. Where are you restarting at full capacity without rebuilding? Where are you forcing intensity instead of building rhythm? Where are you borrowing from tomorrow to impress today? If you find yourself in the situation where you feel you're pushing and you're not yet ready, take a step back and do the following. Firstly, respect your current capacity. Don't ask, what can I do at my best? Instead, you should be asking, what can I sustain for this month? You see, capacity fluctuates, but self awareness prevents that spillover from one aspect of your life or one part of your life to the other. 2. Build progressively and not dramatically. This is what I mean. Muscle builds through progressive overload, and so does productivity. You do it slowly and progress over time and build over time, not wanting to change it overnight, but progressively doing that. Start lighter, add gradually, and with consistency, you can build up your intensity as well as your capacity. So, high performers tend to sabotage themselves by overreaching early, doing too much too quickly. Number 3 is don't borrow from tomorrow. If you're pushing too hard today, then you're taking energy, you're borrowing energy from tomorrow. And when tomorrow arrives, you're depleted. So your focus drops, your patience drops, your work feels heavier, and then you start questioning your job. The real issue was not alignment, it was your pacing. You did too much too quickly, and your capacity was not at that level for you to take everything on. So it's thanks to my sister, we learned from her example that we need to build gradually. So, building your relationship with your job is not about finding the perfect job, it's about protecting your capacity so that work doesn't feel heavier than it needs to be. Growth doesn't need intensity, it needs consistency. If you're trying to change yourself too fast, you won't just feel it physically. You will feel it in your focus, in your patience, as well as the work that lands on you. So before you blame your job, check your pacing. So if this idea resonated with you, watch my next video on how tiredness slowly steals your joy at work, because energy as well as pacing are deeply connected. I'll see you in that video.